When I was younger, I tried to learn how to drive a motorcycle. I remember, you know, like when you're young and then your dad would be like, hey, I'll teach you how to ride a bike. Yeah, that never happened. My dad's like instantly like, oh, what? We don't have a bike and I don't want to buy you a bike, but we have a motorcycle. So I'll teach you how to ride a motorcycle. I tried to learn how to drive a motorcycle, but my feet couldn't reach the ground. So I didn't know how to like stop the motorcycle, because it started with my dad like lifting the motorcycle up. I climbed the motorcycle and then I started, and then my dad just like left me. Legit, like I started the motorcycle, my dad wasn't on the motorcycle. He just kind of left me to drive around on a motorcycle as a kid. And then it was fun. So then I drove back to my house, hoping that my dad would still be waiting in front of the door to like, so I can like, my plan was to drive around and be like, Dad, and then I drive back. I can't stop it, you know, like that's my plan. But apparently my dad decided to just eat, so no one was there and I didn't know how to stop it, and I was kind of freaking out. So what I did was I drove like this like park thing. There was like a park near my old place, and I drove there and I decided to just drop down onto the ground. Like, I slowed down the motorcycle and I just dropped down to the ground, onto the grass. I scraped my knee and my leg. And then I decided to like wheel the motorcycle back home. But it wasn't like bleeding. It was like a little scrape, you know? And I wheeled the motorcycle back home like manually. And then when I went back home, my dad's like, how was it? And I was like, I didn't know how to like stop it, but the motorcycle's fine. Like it dropped on like grass, so it wasn't scraped or anything. And then my dad's like, okay, cool, like I'm glad you had fun. And he's like, do you ever want to use it again? I was like, no, I couldn't stop it. And I was like, do you have like a disinfectant? And he's like, oh yeah, what for? And I was like, I kind of scraped my knee. And my dad's like, he saw it, right? He saw my leg and he's like, oh shit, are you okay? And I was like, I think so. And then he's like, oh shit, I'm sorry. And I'm like, it's fine. But I guess my dad had a mentality of like, if someone is forced to do it, they will do it, or some shit like that. How bad was the scrape? It wasn't that bad. It was like if you fell on like concrete, like if you scrape your knee on concrete, that was kind of it. It had like gross mud on it. That was kind of it. My dad's like, oh shit, I'm sorry, I was hungry. And I was like, it's okay. Hi, hungry. I'm Dad. But it wasn't that bad. That was my first ever and last ever experience of driving a motorcycle. I cannot reach the fucking ground.